Hi, everybody. Welcome to another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. I'm your host, Khalil. Welcome to our YouTube page where we do a look at a different toy or a couple toys, depending on the situation, every single day. So you can follow us at Castor's Corner on all social media. You can also go to castorscorner.com for a full gallery of these images or these figures. And so tonight, thanks to Bill, our good friend Bill, we found the new Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Ultra Magnus in the leader class. And so we got him first. And so it's kind of a little bit of a look at both. We first got him in the Siege line, which was the first line. He was one of the first big, huge leader class figures. Really excited to have him. He was closest to G1. He was really, maybe the Headmasters, the Combiner Wars, like those definitely, that Magnus was pretty good, but it didn't have the feel of the Ultra Magnus of when we were kids, which was taking a truck and putting it inside like a shell. And so that's what happened with this Ultra Magnus. He looked close enough to G1. I wasn't crazy about all the paint, like the darker kind of dirty up, scraped up look that he had. But it was a modernized version, and I was okay with it because Prime was like that, Megatron was like that. We were starting to see that they were close to their G1 designs, but they weren't G1. And so I bought them, $50, great to have them, thought I was done. And then they announced Kingdom, and they said, we're going to do one that's closer to G1. So they're going to take this design and kind of just tweak it slightly. So the stacks are shorter. The rockets look different. The chest piece and the head are a little bit different. He's much cleaner than it. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to take him and turn him into a truck. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the new one in his truck form, and we're going to turn him into this. They were close enough. The biggest difference were the stacks. The stacks go kind of, and I'll show you on this one, the stacks go inside the truck body. And on the old one, on the Siege one, they were long enough. They don't look that much longer, but they were just long enough to clip into the back end of this. Whereas with this one, it doesn't. It just doesn't have the space to do it. It's not long enough. So I would say that's the biggest difference. But as you can see, this truck cab, and I can flip up the chest piece here. The two truck cabs are really different. This looks like a truck. This just doesn't look like a truck. And you can see close-ups on the website of both of them. So this guy is about to turn into Ultra Magnus. So just like in the G1, the trailer pops off. You get the stacks on there. And you get a Magnus figure. Ultra Magnus was never very, I don't know if I would say he wasn't very popular. It was just that he wasn't up to the challenge when Optimus died in the film. And I know there's a lot of people that cried when that happened. I really didn't care that Optimus died. I know it's a very unpopular opinion. And so you can turn this Magnus, very Optimus looking, and you can have him as a bot without all the parts, just like that one. Again, head comparisons will be on the site. And I don't know, with Prime's death didn't shock me or make me weep or really anything, to be honest with you. I was really excited for hot rods. Actually, you got to leave these down when you attach them. So they just slide. So these will just slide right in. And then you can close them and peg them in with those parts. So yeah, so Prime's death, it was whatever for me. Like, it was a little bit of a shock, but once Hot Rod and Magnus and we got new leaders, I was psyched. I mean, I was happy when Optimus came back. I thought that was a really cool thing. So now this is actually 3 part, 4 parts. So this is the body. This is the chest piece. The hands, the gauntlets on the arms are in the middle, and then these are both the legs. So the gauntlets actually pull off, maybe like that. So yeah, so when Optimus was gone, I was kind of like, woohoo, Rodimus Prime, I'm excited. And I was super excited. I was much happier and excited to get my Rodimus Prime figure and Rodimus than I was to get Optimus, even though I had Optimus from when I was little. So there are the hands. So now we pull this part. So one thing I did notice when doing this was I had Ultra Magnus in bot mode. And so I stored him in bot mode. And believe it or not, so these kind of fold out. The plastic that they used, there goes the piece. There goes our nightly drop. The plastic that they're using is kind of thin. And it definitely felt pretty brittle when I went to disassemble for pictures. So you might want to think about that or keep an eye on that. So these just clip onto the legs, give him a little bit of height. The legs are kind of at an angle, but have him stand, he stands legs apart a little bit, and it works much better. And I apologize if I'm making a lot of noise in front of the microphone. So this piece just folds in on itself like that, and then you've got this piece that'll connect to the back piece like that, fold down like that. There he is. Put on his rockets, and you will see how different he is. It's not a huge difference. I would say to the average person, this is not a huge difference between these two guys. But if you bought Cup, if you bought Blur and Wheelie and Grimlock and Hot Rod from the 86 line, this one definitely fits better. And you got RC now, Springer from Siege. There's enough of these guys that just make it that this is a better look for him. So you can see the chest piece between the two, much more squared off, much better, much cleaner, much brighter. This is kind of got a gray wash, dirty kind of eggshell. This one's really bright white for the feet, legs, everything about him. I really like him. He's bigger than Optimus. I have Optimus. I think I do have Optimus. Excuse me. So he is, Optimus is actually really easy to transform. He was one of my toys of the year. So that's why he was readily available. He was in the room. Can I do this? That's the question. Because we haven't done a review on Optimus yet. That should tell you how easy he is to transform, because I'm able to kind of pull it together that quickly. You can't see anything I'm doing. It's like Transformer speed round. I'm not going to pull out the hands just so that you can see the height. So you can see the height difference here between the two. It matches. Like they match. They look good together, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, I'm a little aggravated that I had to pay, an extra $50 to get a more accurate Ultra Magnus. But end of the day, like I said, like I've been saying throughout this wave, so there's the two next to each other. You can see the height difference there. He is much bigger, but it matches the look of the show. They are in scale with each other. They look really good next to each other, to be honest with you. I wish I could show you that, but I can't. Maybe we'll take some Instagram pictures. Yeah, like I'm happy to have this one. He's going to go in a box. At some point, he'll either be a comparison shelf or shelf unto themselves, or just a box that we pull out when we need to compare the figures. I am super happy with this. I'm super happy that this is my swan song for Transformers. I know I say that. I know next year you're going to say, oh, look, he's reviewing Transformers again. There are a few. Like, I want a blaster. I really want a blaster to go against my Soundwave. It'd be really great to get a G1 accurate blaster in this scale, in this design, in the new models. I don't know if that's going to happen, to be honest with you. He's not on the rumored list for the year, but you know, with exclusives and all the different ideas, who knows what's going to happen. They're doing so many. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so there he goes. Ultra Magnus versus Ultra Magnus. Oh, also the blaster doesn't have these extra parts there. So you just get the single blaster with this one versus the triple blaster with this one. So there you go. I found mine at Target. They started showing up there in the leader class DPCI. You can find that, I'm sure, online, or just go in your store and scan it. Good luck finding him. I'm sure he's going to show up at Walmart soon. He'll be online on Amazon, all that stuff shortly, with the rest of Wave 2 for Kingdom. Go to the website, castorscorner.com, for a full gallery of this guy. We took a lot of pictures and we took a lot of comparison shots between the two in their robot mode and their vehicle mode. Follow us at Kastor's Corner. Go check out the podcast with our friend Blaine from Blainer Things on Instagram. I think he's live right now too. So go check that out. And we've got fun new podcasts coming up soon. AIC, Adventures in Collecting, Matt K from the Foosh, the photographer. I've got some friends coming on. I got a big one coming up that I'm really excited about in April. So, but we'll leave that as a mystery until we actually record the episode. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and head to the website, castorscorner.com, to see more in-depth pictures. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.